Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
New keyword coming up in about 6 minutes for Ticket Blitz Thursday. Billy Corrigan at the Lyric Opera House. You will get there all day long, every hour. So a new one just 6 minutes away. You can enter every hour, by the way. But first, music entertainment news. Shocking news. Fire Festival 2 has been postponed. How could you actually buy a ticket for Fire Festival 2?
You deserve everything you get. If you bought a ticket to that festival, I felt bad for the original cheese sandwich people.
Yeah,
I will not feel bad for round 2.
Oh, the documentary was disturbing.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
It felt
crap.
horrible. If you sign up, it's because you're hoping it goes bad and you want to be on the docuseries, okay?
Listen,
catch your bag.
All you need to know about is Lollapalooza and Riot Fest, and then things that we send you to here at Q101 for free, which we send you to a lot of festivals. A little hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Some more coming up. But you don't need to buy tickets for a festival out of town. We'll take care of you. But this was scheduled for Mexico, May 30th of June 2nd, and then they released a statement. By the way, Billy McFarland, who's same guy doing it, who went to jail for the first Fire Fest, for wire fraud and all the things went with that. Now a statement's been out saying it's been postponed because basically I guess they can't find a location. That location is not, they didn't say this, but digging a little deeper, that's what happened. So he said, well, we'll issue a refund once the new date's announced. At that time, you can repurchase tickets if that works for your schedule. They went on sale in February. I would love to know if someone listening bought a Firefest 2 ticket. We will not rip you to death. I'm just curious what your thought process was.
Right, because I get why you're like, I could be part of history and I could be in the next docuseries and this could be your moment. I'm not judging that.
Maybe that's what you wanted.
Okay.
Also, big milestone for Linkin Park, the song In the End. Love the song to death, of course. It surpassed 2 billion views on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
It's up in October 2009. It was uploaded. So the song came out before that, obviously, but that's when YouTube finally got there. And it's just one of those sad things that brings you back to Chester Bennington. And I love what Linkin Park's doing now, but when you go back and hear Chester, especially the isolated vocals on In the End, and we love kind of, getting to these things because it's just, you just hear the power and how much then you miss Chester of what he did in that song. And just a little snippet of that is just so incredible, as I'll play a little.
Too far to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how.
What a song. God.
Amazing.
2 billion views on YouTube. I also wonder sometimes on YouTube with these views, when you look up songs, not this one, because I believe it was watched 2 billion times. That sometimes you get in that wormhole, and even if it's on your phone, and you've got the YouTube app open and it goes, and you just kind of do something else for a while, how many of those views were really watched on YouTube? You ever wonder that? I do.
What do you mean?
Like sometimes it's rolling, it's repeating or whatever.
Oh, because you're like playing in the background? Like,
you always just put your phone down and go do something else, like make some chicken. And then
we used to before we had it was like radio, or you could log on to YouTube, type in your songs, but you were getting ready with your girls to go out. You were typing in your YouTube song.
Making a little playlist, if you will.
Uh-huh.
But then it rolls into other things that you're not really paying attention to. You're not actively saying, I'm listening to that, but they get credit for the view while I'm making some chicken because I'm hungry. It might take some time. It might be videos that get maybe 10 or 15 views from me that I didn't
So
pick.
Brian's hot take is that they didn't earn 2 billion.
No, that song earned 2 billion views.
Okay.
I'm just saying some other ones on there. I don't know. Some other things on there. The fan vote is rolling on the Hall of Fame. We talked about this a couple months ago when they were all announced. Phish is winning for the fan vote for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 313,161 votes. I figured that their fans are passionate. They're raging. I'm not a huge Phish fan, but I know obviously a lot of friends that are, and they, coming back especially. Bad Company is in second place. They deserve to be there. Billy Idol, I was surprised, is in third place in the fan vote.
Wow.
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper's fourth. Soundgarden. See, I thought Soundgarden would be at least number 2 or 3. They're fifth right now in the fan vote. So go out there and vote on rockandrollhalloffame.com or whatever the hell the website is. You'll find it if you just Google it. Joe Cocker. Chubby Checker's in there. I think Chubby Checker should be in there. He's in the top 6 right now. 7. Because this guy, first off, I didn't know he was still alive. Chubby Checker. Did the twist,
I know.
Found it fascinating that a year after the Twist came out, he did the Twist 2. He did another. He was like, I got this thing. I got it. And why not make another one?
I've never heard of a sequel to a song ever.
Like, what a bold thing to do. What a genius he was. That's why he deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He does a Twist. It's actually called Let's Twist Again. I like calling it Twist 2.
Twist 2.
But Let's Twist Again.
Like it's the Fast and Furious series.
Too twisty. Too fast, too furious. So
Let's Twist Again is too wordy.
Yeah, too twisty. But get out. And the White Stripes are not in the top 7, like Joy Division, New Order. Also, Mariah Carey's in there, too, just outside the top 7. The Black Crowes. Oasis, again, kind of stunned. Only 90,000. Oasis, one of the last ones in there.
Who's
White Stripes
number
as well.
one again?
Fish.
Fish is number 1 so far.
Yeah,
and that's no offense. It's just a really great list.
It's a great list. And then, again, I could see that their fans just, being that passionate and going there to vote. So if you like those bands, go vote. And make them move on.
That's the problem, okay? You got to be a fandom online voting.
Are we trying to say maybe Fish fans are just sitting around, just hanging around? Like
No, I think that they're technologically very savvy, obviously.
Finally, in music entertainment news, one of our faves, and I got to give Kenzie credit on this one, introducing Nate Bargatze years ago to us.
Thank you.
Before he kind of blew up, and now he's just monstrous. He will be hosting the 77th Annual Emmy Awards.
It's going to be so funny.
That will be September 14th, and it'll be on CBS. But just again, to remind you, Nate Bargatze, one of our faves. This was his bit on history. Nate Bargatze.
And I still say a lot of words wrong. That's what I don't understand. Silver War, that's how I say it. Instead of civil, I go Silver War. Because I tell you, I don't even know anything about the Silver War. I don't know anything about history. And I can tell because every history movie I watch on the edge of my seat. What is going to happen? I watched Pearl Harbor. I was as surprised as they were.
Oh, so good.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Well, let's do it. It's hour 2 of Ticket Blitz Thursday.
The ticket window is open. Ticket Blitz Thursday.
On Q101.
Here you go. A night of melancholy and infinite sadness with Billy Corgan at the Lyric Opera House, Friday, November 21st through November 30th. There are some tickets on sale now for these multiple dates that week, but these are free. Furnished by our great friends, Lyric Opera of Chicago. We love how that makes us sound sophisticated. It's just so cool. So cool. No, I was going to the Lyric Opera House.
A little feather in your cap and head to the opera.
I should wear like a Three Musketeers hat to the event with a feather.
You know how frustrating everyone's going to be who sits behind you because you're already tall as hell? And then you have a big hat. Forget it. Forget it. If you're in any of the aligning seats after Brian behind him, just don't go.
I want to sound like, I'll talk like Val Kilmer in Tombstone if somebody says that. Hey, can you move your hat? Sir, I do not acknowledge your statement because we are in a fine, sophisticated time here in the Lyric Opera watching Billy Corgan play pumpkin songs. I leave my hat on. Thank you, sir.
This is my feather in my cap, you see.
My feather. Yes,
You got a problem with my feather, bitch? You started in a
Well, that's what you'll say when you're wearing your feather cap.
Well, mine still won't block anybody.
Your head still won't be above the seat.
I could put another person on top of me to be able to see. I'm so short. It's not going to be a problem.
So here's the keyword this hour. It's lake. L-A-K-E. Text lake to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win. Lake. L-A-K-E. You have an hour to do it. 312-591-8300. You enter it once. At 10 o'clock, Lauren will have a different keyword for you. So this is your chance this hour. And if you entered last hour, don't worry. Text it again. Keep doing every hour. You know? Lake. 312.
Don't text last hour's word because that's already happening right now. So I'll send you the revision, but it's a new word. New word, new chance, okay?
Yeah. Whatever happened last hour is over. It's done. Move on. It's like The Sopranos. It's over. Okay? So 312-591-8300. Text Lake right now for your chance to win and enter once. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Had music entertainment news a little bit ago. We forgot this story. I meant to get it in there. Forgot it. Forgive me. I'm human. I made a little mistake, but we can make
No
good.
one's yelling at you. Brian does this thing where he yells at himself. And then he's like, you know what? Everyone just get off my back. But the only one yelling at him is him.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares that we missed it
I'm
earlier.
like, Brian, no one's yelling at you.
It's the therapy thing that I need that I won't get because I can't change me right now. Anyway, Time Magazine's top 100 most influential people of the past year, of 2025, we're saying. So I guess not really 2024. For artists, there's people like Ed Sheeran in there, Scarlett Johansson, Kristen Bell, Adam Scott. Hosier's in there. Our guy Hosier. So I like that list. There's some good people in there.
Okay. You think? Love a little Hosier with the positive attitude all the time. Love that.
Good singer, good performer. Icons, they have an icon area, which is Demi Moore or Demi Moore. I can't remember how you say her name. I used to say Demi Moore, then it was Demi Moore, but I love her.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody. I love this that Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts made that list. So again, there's some things on here. Now, they have an area called Titans. Lorne Michaels, Saturday Night Live, 50 years of SNL. I get it. Simone Biles, really good. Love her.
Love her.
In Titans, Blake Lively is in there.
That's not good.
Wait, make
That's not a
that
good thing to
sound
do.
you said you were going to make.
Oh. Why would you see? And this is where lists piss me off because it's so intentional. Because now everyone's going to talk about it. Because no one, if your list is solid, everyone's like, "Oh, that makes sense," and you leave. It's when your list is weird that everyone's like, "What the hell?"
You got some kind of clickbait in there and putting Blake Lively in there with the year that she's had, which, if you did this like 2023, probably be awesome to have Blake Lively in there. But the last,
not good.
the last 6 months or so, not so great. Yeah, kind of interesting, but just make people go, ugh. And that is to make people argue and debate over stuff. But there's
It
timing.
does also make me think money, like, as we all know, right? Money makes the world go round. Because if you think she wasn't like, how about $100,000 for a spot? They're like, you betcha, girlfriend.
Think she bought her spot in the list?
Probably.
Boy, that's
or the movie companies, because she's also in a brand new movie. And that's not It Ends With Us. There was another one. She was kind of like on this movie kick initially. And they thought it was going to be her big comeback. But she had so much drama with It Ends With Us. It sunk some of the other things. Like she's a movie with Andrew Kendrick and stuff. And I could see them paying for positive press.
God, people paying to get on lists now. That's what we're
Let
doing.
me tell you something. A lot of awards that you see out there, all that kind of stuff, it's a lot of companies spending the money on the awards, the lists, all that kind of stuff.
Should I do that? By
You
myself?
Bitch, you could have been on that list if you dropped a bag. Okay,
Damn,
Brian?
holy cow.
It's true.
I mean, I don't have a bag to drop, but it'd be
I
nice.
know, and that's why you ain't on the list. That's why.
There's going to be a TV special May 4th on ABC and Snoop Dogg's hosting it, and Ed Sheeran will perform. Miles Smith will perform too. Our guy Miles Smith. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Texting your takeaway right now. 312-591-8300. Something memorable on the show today for you.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And your takeaways, Lauren coming in, by the way, to keep the Ticket Blitz Thursday going. But before she gets in, so about 20 minutes left on the word lake. 312-591-8300. That is for Billy Corgan, A Night of Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness at the Lyric Opera House, where myself and Kenzie will be wearing Three Musketeers type hats with feathers in them. Don't ask us to move. We're going to wear those hats the whole time.
Don't worry. You can see over me. You won't be able to see over Brian.
You won't even see Kenzie's hat pretty much. It'll be under the
Basically.
chair. But when I stand up to go get you some popcorn, I assume they'll have popcorn there. You might
Little snacks.
Kenzie might stand up to brush popcorn off, and you'll see her hat too. So text LAKE, L-A-K-E, to 312-591-8300. Again, that's good till 10 o'clock. Then Lauren will give you a new keyword, and you can enter every hour, all day. Lauren, Brian Phillips, every hour for a chance at those outstandingly awesome tickets. Takeaways from today's show, 312-591-8300. Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from Joe, you can never go wrong with swords and sex.
Swords and sex.
That's a genre of book.
Can't go wrong. Got to go to that Naperville new Barnes & Noble to check out our girl there is doing a signing on next Saturday, 1 to 3, for her sex fantasy or
Romantic-
romantasy. Romantasy.
Swords and sex.
Swords and sex. It's all good. Also, a takeaway from Double Features Mike. Josie's taken over. Now, Josie's been filling in for Case because Case is in Vegas seeing wrestling all weekend.
I know for everyone who's texted in concern, like, oh my God, something happened to Case. Yes, something tragic's happened to Case. He's going to Vegas to not have fun. And it's really upsetting to all of us.
He's hitting us up in the group text and saying he's not seeing WrestleMania type wrestling, underground wrestling. He's leaving before WrestleMania. He'll be back here on Monday, and he'll be back here tomorrow because he has a rig with him, and so he's going to do his review of Swingers for his Vegas movie at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So 8 o'clock tomorrow, Case live from Vegas doing the review of the movie Swingers. But the double features, of course, our house band wrote a song. Josie's taking over while Case is gone. Enjoy as we go to break here.
Case is on a vacation far away, alone in Vegas like a loser. Josie's on the phone taking calls all day. Give her a ring 'cause she's the new producer. Case is gonna lose his job tonight. Watching underground wrestling fights. Yeah, Case is gonna lose his job tonight.
You know, if he heard that, if he's listening online on the
So
app,
put it in our group chat because we have to send it to him.
he's going to freak out and get on a plane and come
fly
back.
back.
He's coming back.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.